Hi, I'm Lee, founder and chief enthusiast at Healthy Anywhere, and I am going to help you eat healthy anywhere and love it. Anyone who's known me over the past 20 years or so would know that Healthy Anywhere has been a decades long passion and pursuit of mine. And it's really an extension of a lifelong adventure of chasing healthy. You see, I have had the experience of feeling wonderful, very healthy. And I unfortunately have also had the experience, like many of us, of being very unwell. And through it all, I know the night and day difference that leading a healthy lifestyle can make. And just personally, the difference that I feel when I'm eating clean, whole, healthy, real foods or not. It's dramatic and profound. And I know the unique challenges of eating this way, especially when you're eating out, when you're on the go, and you have so many things to do, and you don't have time to do the due diligence to figure out where you can eat that's healthy. It's completely overwhelming. And to sum it up, I would say high standards equals hard work. I'll tell you, I spent many years of my 15-year corporate career on the road, several years in a row, 100,000 miles traveled every single year, year after year. And I was dedicated to eating healthy no matter where I went, no matter how many places I was going. And even if I was just going across town to have a dinner with girlfriends or taking work colleagues out on the town, I would always go through the process and do the due diligence to make sure where we were going was going to be delicious and that folks would enjoy it and that they are sourcing as sustainably as possible. And also, most importantly, that I would be able to find something that is good and healthy and delicious to eat. And so I would run through an unreasonable level of deep dive analysis to go into the restaurants to triangulate where am I going to find healthy foods, sustainably sourced, that are also delicious. So I would look at food critic lists, I would look at all the ratings and the reviews, and then of course I would pour into all the restaurant websites and go one by one through the menus, and then looking at the farms that they source from, and really getting a nuanced, deep understanding of the quality of the ingredients and the healthfulness of the dishes and the deliciousness to make sure it would be a place that we could all enjoy. And I will never forget being stuck in Washington, D.C. one weekend after work and sitting there Friday night in the hotel. And I had like the top 100 list up on my computer and one screen. And then I had like Tom Sietsema. He's a highly regarded food critic in the area, and looking at different lists and his comments, and then going and I had his spreadsheet, and I was like pulling out restaurants I thought that looked like they would be healthier leaning or they would have healthier dishes, and then diving deep into all of those. So, there were probably about 150 restaurants. And then at the end of it, I had a short list of 5 or 7 for the weekend that I wanted to go scope out. And then, of course, with all that work, it was great. It was awesome. And yes, it was an unreasonable level of effort, but that's how I rolled. And that is how I rolled no matter where I was going, whether it's down the road, across town, or hitting the road. I always did an unreasonable amount of detail and crazy. And of course, I have an engineering background. I actually was an analyst out of college. I have computer systems and, all of this like analytical stuff in my blood. So I definitely was putting it to use for my personal benefit on the side. And so this has actually been going on since 2003, and that's a whole nother side story. And it wasn't until recent years that I decided to just go at it and let's build this system out. Let's make it a data platform. It's now March 2023, and we've got over 65,000 restaurants that were pre-screened, look pretty good and healthy, that are going through the process nationwide and worldwide, I might add. So we've got lots of plans in terms of bringing you the best of what's healthy, sustainable, and delicious. And look, when you're moving at the speed of life, It can be hard to choose healthy. And that's exactly why we do all the work for you to bring the best healthy, sustainable, delicious options right to your fingertips through our mobile app, which includes interesting details you'd want to know. So let our unreasonableness be your superpower. So you can just get out there and enjoy, minimize decisions that you need to make, and save your brain power for bigger things. So stick around, and I hope you will join me on this journey in eating and living healthy anywhere. Stay healthy.